that we've understood now that 2021 is going to be the best year of our life, and that I Am Mastery Academy is going to reach new levels that we've never seen before, right? We have to secondly, now we have to understand that we have to expect that it's going to happen, right? We have to expect that this is going to be the best year of our life, right? You have to now live your life with expectation that great things are going to come your way, right? And I want to put it into perspective for you so you can understand exactly what I mean and where I'm coming from with this information, right? And so I want you guys to just think really quickly. When you grab your remote and push the power button, you are expecting your TV to come on. And guess what happens? When you push the power button, the TV comes on, right? And so now, family, if you want to watch the Super Bowl that's coming up, or if you want to tune into the sports channel, and you know that the sports channel or the Super Bowl specifically coming on channel 46, you're going to type in 46. And what do you expect to come on? Real quickly in the chat box, family, if you're looking to go watch the Super Bowl, and if you're looking to go watch Sports Center, and you're typing these numbers into your remote, what are you expecting to happen next? You're expecting for the Super Bowl to come on, right? You're expecting for Sports Center to come on. You're expecting to see the game, right? And I want you guys to understand now, family, they got the concept of the remote from the Bible, right? In the Bible, it says that a man is what he is, right? I'm gonna say that again. People, us as human beings, we got the concept of the remote from the Bible. And in the Bible, it says a man is as he thinketh, right? So please understand now, family, that becoming successful is not picked at random, right? It is a decision that you have to make. You have to decide the outcome of your life. You have to decide if you're going to be rich, if you're going to be poor, if you're going to be mediocre, if you're going to be plentiful, if you're going to be happy, if you're going to be sad. You have to make a decision ultimately to achieve exactly what it is that you want in this life, right? And now, family, past that, what I want us to understand is that you have the power of choice, right? So go ahead and jot that down. I have the power of choice, right? There's two things that you have to decide every single day when you wake up. Two specific things that you have to make a decision on what's going to happen on a day-to-day basis every single time you open your eyes, right? The first thing now is that you have to decide whether you're going to get better today or you're going to get worse. But every single decision now, family, you have to make this decision for the rest of your life, all the way to, whenever you go down, right? And so now that's not just for you, but it's for all of us in the world, right? So now the difference between successful people and non-successful people is their level of awareness, right? And I want us to understand this, and let me actually put it into perspective so you can understand exactly what I mean and what I'm saying by this, right? If you want to be successful in this space, you have to change the way that you think, right? And this is a concept that I had to grasp when I first came into this business, right? I was somebody who was very, to myself, very introverted. I didn't necessarily like to talk to too many people. This happening right now was never a thought of mine coming up, right? And in order for me to succeed in this space, I kept hearing, Bryce, Nathan Samuel, Brandon Thompson, Marquita Jackson, individuals that are, that I'm looking to for success now. They're telling me, Genesis, you have to change. Genesis, you have to start doing things that you've never done before, right? And coming onto these Zoom links and listening to this information, this is when I started to make this transition now to get into where I'm at today, right? And now, family, I want us to understand now that you have to become more aware of what's actually happening in my I Am Mastery Academy, right? As a collective, we all have to become more aware of what's actually happening here, right? What makes becoming successful challenging is the lack of belief that it can't happen for you. I'm gonna say that one more time now, family, right? What makes becoming successful challenging is your lack of belief that it cannot happen for you specifically, right? And now what I want us to understand now, family, is that if you truly want success, you have to stop worrying about what others think, right? It does not matter what your mother thinks, what your father thinks, what your cousins, your siblings. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks about you. The decision to change ultimately lies within you. You have to consciously make this decision now, right? And I want us to understand now that there's two types of people that are born in a hospital every single day. Two types of people now, right? Walk with me really quick. Think with me, right? There's one who's going to grow up and get a job. And there's another person who's going to grow up and give somebody a job. You have to decide now whether you're going to be the person to go get one or the person to go give one, right? Ultimately, you have to make that decision. And so now, family, what I want us to understand now that is we're currently in the multi-level marketing business, right? Understand that in multi-level marketing, you're building a network that education flows through. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Understand now that in multi-level marketing, you are building a network that education is going to flow through. You have to quit half-stepping, right? We have to make sure that we're embracing the process of becoming educated, right? We're embracing the process of becoming a trader. And most importantly now, family, that we're embracing the process of becoming an independent business owner within this space, right? We are only limited by weakness of attention and poverty of imagination. All right, family? So now really quickly, family, if you're understanding where I'm going with this and understanding what's actually happening, really quickly, drop a 2021 real quick in the chat box. If I could continue, if it's making sense so far for you, right? Just a 2021 real quick in the chat box, if it's making sense for you. Perfect. All right, so now, family, what I want us to actually go ahead and actually dive into really quickly is understanding now a couple of key concepts as it pertains to this opportunity and what it actually entails for us to actually be successful in this space, right? I want us to actually dissect a couple of different things, right? A couple of different things that I actually have written down for you specifically, right? And some of us have actually heard me say this before, but a lot of us haven't necessarily heard me say this, right? But I want you guys to understand that your thoughts have something to do with where you're going in life, right? You have to focus on the positives. And I want to give a major shout out to all the new chairmen and chairwomen of the company. I've been seeing endless flyers coming out, and it's a beautiful thing. And I'm understanding that it's happening again. Can we get "it's happening" in the chat box again really quickly? Can we get "it's happening" in the chat box, right? Can we get "it's happening," right? Momentum is happening. Success is happening, right? But I want us to understand now, family, that it's only going to happen because of the decisions that we make on a day-to-day basis, right? 95% of who we are by the time we become 35 years of age is a memorized set of behaviors. I'm going to say that again. 95% of who we are by the time we become 35 years of age is a memorized set of behaviors, emotional reactions, unconscious habits, beliefs, and perceptions that function like a computer program, right? Drop a 21 in the chat box, family, if you want to be healthy. Drop a 21 in the chat box, family, if you want to be happy. Drop a 21 in the chat box if you want to be financially free, right? I see the 21s coming in, and I want us to understand now, family, that you can't necessarily do this if your body is on a completely different program, right? You have to mentally change, all right? You have to change. You have to get in tune with the analytical part of your mind. This is what's going to separate the conscious mind and the unconscious mind. I'm gonna say this again. You have to get in tune with the analytical part of your mind. This is what's going to separate the conscious mind and the unconscious mind. All right? This is where meditation is going to come in, self-development. It's your responsibility for being a part of I Am Mastery Academy to, number one, grow, and two, now teach others how to grow, teach others how to change. Right? I want us to write this down now, family. Please put a star next to this specific topic right here. Right? I want us to stop waiting for crisis, right? Write this down. Stop waiting for crisis, drama, disease, or some type of loss to begin to change. A lot of times now, family, people wait for these things to happen bad to them before they decide to make a different move or before they decide to change their stance, right? You have two options, family. Understand this. You have two options. You can learn and change in a state of suffering, or you can learn and change in a state of joy and inspiration. You have to choose one or the other, though, right? You have to choose one or the other. Most people spend 70% of their life living in survival mode and living in stressed environments. So they're always anticipating the worst case scenario based on past experiences, right? I'm gonna say that again. Most people spend 70% of their life living in survival mode and living in stressed environments. They're always anticipating the worst case scenario based upon past experiences. You have to make the conscious effort to stop conditioning yourself into a state of fear, right? Condition your mind and your body into the person that you decide that you want to become, family, right? And a lot of the families already heard this formula, but I want to make sure that I share it to the whole platform. I want to make sure that I share this whole formula to the platform, family. I want us to understand now that this is going to be the success formula, right? So go ahead and write this down, the success formula. And I promise you, family, if you actually apply this formula to your day-to-day life, and more importantly, to your organization, you're going to see massive growth and massive acceleration, right? You want to make sure, family, that you add effectiveness, subtract your weakness, divide your workload, and multiply your impact. gonna say that again. You want to add effectiveness, subtract your weakness, divide your workload, and multiply your impact. All right, family? Drop a 2021 if you're following me, and I can continue. Repeat it one more time. I'm gonna give you guys a success formula one more time. I got you. Right? I got you. The success formula one more time is to add effectiveness, subtract your weakness, divide your workload, and multiply your impact. Say it one more time. Add effectiveness, subtract your weakness, divide your workload, and multiply your impact. All right, family? And now what I want us to understand now, family, is, okay, cool. I want us to actually dissect now exactly how we're going to take advantage of this platform, right? I'm going to dissect exactly how you're going to be able to take advantage of this platform that you have access to on a day-to-day basis, right? And I want us to understand now, family, that you have to first become the plug, right? So go ahead and write this down. I need to become the plug. And I also need to show others how to become the plug, right? So what does that necessarily mean? What does the plug mean? What does the plug entail, right? On your way to Platinum 150, to Platinum 600, Platinum 1000, 2000, 5000 chairman, and so forth and so on, you want to know how to maneuver through I Am Mastery Academy, right? I highly suggest that every single person on this call takes advantage of the elite package, right? It's called elite package for a reason. All right. You want to be fundamentally sound with the basics training, right? You want to be fundamentally sound with the basics training, right? Showing your org exactly how to get in and out of trades, right? How to set up a broker account, how to access Go Live and the educators and etc. Right? You want to create a system now that's going to make it easy for customers to transition into your business at a very, very quick rate. I'm gonna say this again. You want to create a system specifically within your organization that will allow the transition process for customers, prospects to customers in your business very quickly. All right. And now, family, I want us to make sure now that you're making it a priority of yours to familiarize yourself with the Go Live educators, with this platform, right? We have access to 6- and 7-figure earners on a day-to-day basis. It is absolutely no reason why your team is not necessarily in tune with them, why they're not making money, right? Shout out to Mr. Christopher Terry and all the educators that come behind this platform specifically to make it have access for us to have money on a day-to-day basis. It's really very simple for you to actually get money in this space. All you literally have to do is get in tune with this platform, right? And now what I want us to actually write down and put a star next to rather is to actually be credible and not popular, right? I'm gonna say that again. Become credible, not popular, right? And understand now, family, that there's an action plan that needs to be associated with exactly what's happening in your day-to-day business on exactly where it is that you're going and where you're at now, and where it is that you're looking to go, right? And I'm gonna give you guys the 7 steps to create an efficient action plan, right? So now, family, if you could just title this briefly, 7 steps to create an efficient action plan, right? The first step of the action plan now is that you need to know where you want to go. I'm gonna say this again. Step 1 is that you need to know where you want to go, right? You need to know exactly where it is that you want to go. You want to go Platinum 150, you want to go Platinum 600, Platinum 1000, Platinum 5000, Chairman 10, Chairman 25, 50, etc. Write down exactly where it is that you want to go and make it plain, right? Make it plain so that you can see it every single day. Now, the second step now, family, is that you have to create measurable goals, right? You have to create measurable goals. So what do measurable goals look like? You have 4 quarters in a year, okay? So what you want to necessarily do now, family, is you want to break up your workload into 4 separate quarters, right? What are some of the goals that you're going to accomplish in quarter 1? What are some goals that you're going to accomplish in quarter 2? How many Platinum 150s are you going to create in quarter 1? How many Platinum 600s are you going to create in quarter 1? How many Chairman 10s are you going to create in quarter 1? What is your goals looking like, right? In quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. Say it again. For step 2 now, you want to create measurable goals, right? Create measurable goals. Quarter 1, how many people are you going to help get to platinum 150? How many people are you going to help get to platinum 600 during the first quarter? How many chairmans are you going to create during the first quarter, right? Now, step 3, family, step 3 is going to list the task that is needed to be performed on a day-to-day basis. I'm gonna say that again. List the task that is needed to be performed on the day-to-day basis, right? So what is an example of this? What do I need to do in order for me to create 5 platinum 150s during the month of February, right? I need to make sure now, number 1, I'm getting educated and I'm getting results. 2, I'm showing the plan, right? I'm prospecting. I'm showing people how to get into this business. I'm showing people now that this information, it works. This platform, it works, right? How many times a week am I showing the plan? How many times a week am I showing people how to get access to this information, right? You want to list the tasks that is needed to be performed in order for you to get to the level that you're looking to go. Now, step 4 now, right? Step 4, divide big tasks into smaller manageable ones. So if the goal now, right, or excuse me, if the task now is going to be, I don't know, show 50 people the plan this week. How can I divide that into a smaller one? I can show the plan 5 times each day for 7 days straight, or I can show the plan 5 times for 5 nights straight, right? And so now that you're dividing your tasks, your big tasks into smaller manageable ones, it's going to be easier to tackle, right? Now, step 5, families, that you want to decide on deadlines for daily deliveries, right? Decide on deadlines for daily deliveries. So what does that entail now, right? You have to have a consequence, family, for yourself, implemented for yourself if you're not meeting the deadline or you're not meeting your personal quota every single day. So if you're looking to make 15, 20 phone calls a day, 30 phone calls a day, and you don't meet that daily quota, there needs to be a disciplinary action coming right behind it, right? You need to decide on deadlines for daily deliveries, right? So every single day I'm making my prerogative to make at least 25 phone calls to my organization every single day, right? Step 5 is to decide on deadlines for daily deliveries. Decide on deadlines for daily deliveries. Now, step 6 now, family, right? Walking into step 6, we want to create a visual representation for your action plan, right? Create a visual representation for your action plan. So what does this entail now, right? What a visual representation looks like is, okay, cool. Mr. David 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐿 has a calendar. He has calendar books, right? And I've been studying him for a long time. And he literally says, okay, cool. Today, I'm going to show the plan 2 times on Monday. I'm going to show the plan 3 times on Wednesday. Friday, I'm going to show the plan 3 times this day. He's literally giving himself a visual representation of his action plan, right? He's literally showing his tasks that he's needed to be performed. He's literally showing his goals. He has his goals written down at the top of the month, right? He knows exactly where it is that he wants to go. His goals are physically printed around his crib. Same as Bryce Thompson, same as Mr. Samuels, same as Marquita Jackson's, as well as mine. I have goals sitting over here on my window as we speak, right? You want to make sure now, family, that you're creating a visual representation for your action plan, right? Step 6 is to create a visual representation for your action plan. And now step 7, family, is that you want to track your actions regularly. Step 7 is to track your actions regularly. I want you guys to drop a 1 in the chat box if you would want me to tell you how I hit chairman, or drop a 2 in the chat box if you would rather me show you. Drop a 1 if you want me to tell you, or 2 if you want me to show you. Right? So if you want me to show you how I hit chairman now, family, this is what I have to do. I have to log my day-to-day. I have to log my day-to-day every single day. Everything that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, I need to log it, right? You need to physically write it down. How many phone calls did you make today? How many times did you show the plan? How many prospects did you get on the informational call tonight? How many times did you click the go live link? How much money did you make this today? Did you get educated? Did you get results? Did you get these things now, right? And now, family, what I want us to understand now is that it's not about what you can do, but more so what you can teach, right? It's not about what you can do, but more so what you can actually teach. Duplication is going to lead to momentum. Let's say this again. Duplication is going to lead into momentum, right? Now, understand now, family, right? Understand now that if you're only recruiting, you have a job here. Let me say this again. If you are only recruiting, you have a job, right? So with that, keep that in mind now, family. I want you guys to understand that you have to allow somebody to show you how they're building, right? Let me show you how I'm building so you can help build your own organization. If your business requires your presence, you don't have a business, you have a job. Please understand this, family. Please understand this. If your business requires your presence, you do not have a business, you have a job, right? Let people show you how to build your organization on a consistent basis, right? You should be looking to build thorough leaders, right? And this is where it's going to be a full circle moment now, where we get straight into the self-development, the analytical part of the mind. Who are you studying? Who are you duplicating, right? And you want to make sure now, family, that you're doing these things on a consistent day-to-day basis, all right? So now, family, I want us to make sure now that, again, we give ourselves a quota every single month, right? We give ourselves a quota every single month. And every new member now that comes into your business specifically, you want to get them to start trading immediately, right? You want to get them set up within their first 24 hours of enrollment, okay? You want to show them how to maneuver through the back office within their first 24 hours of enrollment. You want to show them how to place a trade, how to get access and get acclimated with this information on their first 24 hours of enrollment, family. If you want to accelerate your process, you want to take advantage and take the ball into your hands, right? And I want us to understand, family, that if you fail or you succeed, it is solely up to you, right? You have to take responsibility and understand that you are the X factor, right? Understand now, family, that you're going to go to the top or wherever it is that you're going to go because you are him, you are her, right? So what I want us to now do, family, is I want us to actually identify what it is that we desire to get from this opportunity, right? Every single person on this call has a burning desire. You want to identify this, write it down, and let it be known why it is that you want this. And more importantly, when do you want this burning desire, right? So if your burning desire may be Chairman 25, Chairman 50, right? Then ask yourself now, why is it that I want Chairman 25? Why is it that I want Chairman 50? All right, cool. I understand why I want it. Now, when are you going to go get it, right? I want us to actually get emotionally involved with the goal, but not so much the date, right? I'm gonna say this again. Get emotionally involved with your goals, not so much the date, but you have to make sure that you're putting a date on all of your goals, family. Why? Because of the simple fact now that if you don't put a goal in your date, it's just gonna be up in the air, right? You're not necessarily gonna have no incentive, no umph underneath you, right? So now, family, you want to make sure, right? You want to make sure now, family, that when you're identifying your leaders in your organization, right? You want to identify who's going to be looking to trade, who's going to be a customer, a money maker, and a builder, right? Shout out to Mr. Ronaldo Perez, bro. He's one of my favorite chairmen inside of this actual organization. I'm going to study him to the T, right? But he's telling us now you want to identify the people that's specifically in your business, right? You want to identify who the customers are, who the money makers are, and who are the builders. All right, family. But like, again, I said, I don't want to take too much of your time, family. I know we've been on here for about 30 minutes now. And I just want us to make sure now, family, that we're taking this company to 1 million customers, right? And I want us to make sure now, family, that we're doing it with grace and with the most uplifting love and abundance, everything, right? So what I want you guys to go back and do now, family, is drop in your specific chats or wherever you're from or whatever. If you have a group me, text message chat, whatever the case may be, let it be known that 2021 is the year of acceleration, right? 2021 is the year of acceleration. And I'm going to be tuning out, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. God bless you guys. And I'm looking to see so many different chairman flyers dropping this year. I'm just so happy and grateful now that we're doing it. All right. Thank you guys again. My name is Genesis OG on Instagram, at Genesis OG. If you would like to follow me, I will see you guys again. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless. Good night.